My guest today is Dr. Andrae Townsel. He is the superintendent over at Benton Harbor Area Schools. Doctor, how are you today?
Oh, thank you so much. Doing very well, fired up, ready to go, energized, getting us through this winter season.
That's wonderful to hear. And we've been hearing a lot about things going on at Benton Harbor Area Schools lately. One of the biggest things was the approval of the strategic plan. And we were talking about this a little earlier. This is a pretty big thing for Benton Harbor Area Schools, for not only the plan to be in place, but for it to be approved at all, right?
Man, that's a major deal. Let me tell you, it's always nice to have a plan in place to know where you're going down the road. I mean, people have been working so hard in the district, and it's important to encapsulate what everyone that has a stake in this school district has, put it all together with one common voice and get it approved so everyone knows the direction that we're going in. So we have a mission, vision, values, and belief statement of Benton Harbor Area Schools.
Now, give me some of the highlights, or the cliff notes of some of the plan. How long is this plan set out for? I'm assuming starting now and then going until when?
Absolutely. It's a 3 to 5 year plan. And the goal is to increase academic achievement on local, state, and national assessment, in addition to not only raising student attendance, but also increasing enrollment in the district. Benton Harbor Area Schools is moving in a positive direction. We have phenomenal alumni and current students, and it's incumbent upon us to ensure that we're here for many, many years to come.
And so, what are your main goals with this? Obviously, some of the things you mentioned, but what are your hopes and dreams for the next 3, 4, 5 years?
Yeah, the hope and dream is to, we always say that, Tigers are second to none. It's to be the best academically, athletically, and artistically, really focusing on human capital, not only recruiting teachers, but maintaining teachers as well. Growing our teaching base to have a highly qualified teachers in every area, and also looking at bringing our students back to Benton Harbor Area School, not bringing back for the sake of it, but earning them back. In the state of Michigan, there's something called School of Choice.
Yeah.
And we want to provide an educational experience that's so high level, high quality, and top tier that students will choose to come to Benton Harbor Area Schools. There are about 3,000 students that go elsewhere that live in Benton Harbor Area Schools district. So that's about $24 million going elsewhere. So we want to earn those young people back by providing the best education system possible.
That's wonderful to hear. And I know you're in year 3 of being on the job. And so how's that been going so far?
It's been a blessing, man. I will be graduating my third class. The first class I graduated in was the class of 2020. And as you know, that was smack in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah. It was a virtual graduation, but now emerging to the traditional setting. I'm loving every bit of it. It's a great community, great educators, great families. I just love it.
That's fantastic. And another another aspect of Benton Harbor Area Schools, and one of the key reasons I wanted to chat with you, was the Benton Harbor Education Foundation, and letting people know more about that and how they can get involved and what that means for the community. First off, what is the Benton Harbor Education Foundation?
So the Benton Harbor Education Foundation is an opportunity to fund special activities for our students as well as teachers alike. So, for example, we use the Benton Harbor Education Foundation to support us with teachers in training, different alternative certification programs to give credentials to dedicated paraprofessionals here in our district. So paying for that service, not using our general fund, but using the support of the Education Foundation. Additionally, we use the Education Foundation as a way to support student attendance during the pandemic. It was very, very tough with maintaining attendance in a virtual setting. We utilized the Education Foundation to pay for an outside vendor to do home visit for our students. And the return on the investment was phenomenal. We were able to re-engage about 400 students back into the virtual environment. So those are ways to kind of give us the supports that we need without continually digging in our general fund.
Yeah, that's such a huge aspect of student life and just school
Yeah.
in general is all that extra stuff that's beyond the classroom and all that. So that is certainly going to be a big help. And so obviously there's some great alumni of Benton Harbor that have been able to support this and be a part of this. If people we want to know more about this Benton Harbor Education Foundation and maybe how they can get involved or how they can get more information, is there a good place or resource for that?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I would tell our stakeholders to really engage with us on social media. We utilize Facebook very much. So, for example, if you go on Facebook, you type in Benton Harbor Education Foundation, like, follow, subscribe to that page. In addition to Benton Harbor Area Schools, we have a lot of traction. A lot of our videos get over 1,000 views and hundreds of likes and hundreds of shares. So that's a way to always see what's going on in Benton Harbor Area Schools. And the Education Foundation is an opportunity for stakeholders to donate and to support and fund some of these extracurricular activities and opportunities for our students and teachers.
Yeah, and I know you're one of those people that practices what you preach. I mean, you talk about the kids doing more and more things that they can do out, even inside the classroom or outside the classroom, and being engaged in the community, and that's such an important part of their life in school, but also when they go beyond, from graduating and moving out of the community or moving back to the community. Community and just being a part of it is a very important thing, right?
It absolutely is, man. I mean, one thing that we always say, and I said this earlier, is that we're focusing on the three big A's in Benton Harbor Area Schools. That's academics, athletics, and arts. And every last one of our young people not only has, but definitely present, also future students are going to be the best academically, the best athletically, and the best in arts. We have a powerhouse basketball team, boys and girls here in Benton
Mm-hmm.
Harbor. We're always competing for state championships. We also have a lot of young people on an annual basis, not only receive Youth of the Year honors, but also receive scholarships and full tuition to post-secondary institutions. And we also have young people who are really invested in the arts, not only winning pageants such as Mr. and Mrs. Benton Harbor or Mr. and Mrs. Blossom Time,
Mm-hmm.
but also acting across the country. Major actors, if you think of people in the past, such as the Sindads and the Ernie Hudsons, and current and future actors and actresses. I know just in 2021, we had a fourth overall pick of the first round of the WNBA draft. We have former NFL and NBA players. So this is it is definitely a gem. It's a city of gold. We're sitting on a gold mine here in Benton Harbor, and as people continue to invest, not turn a blind eye, but get involved. Additionally, we had a lot of young people write books called Our Side of the River. They're now working on their third volume. And that was a book of poems that our students wrote, a first edition in 2020, second edition in 2021, and working on their third edition. And we were excited because the first and second edition became a stage play at Lake Michigan College. Shout out to support from the Ghostlight Theater and Mr. Paul Mao. So it's a lot of positive things going on. But the thing is, we must tell the good news like it's bad news and outnumber the ratio of positive to negative. A lot of positive things going on a daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
just not enough people telling the story.
Absolutely, and like you said, with the great things happening, yeah, you need to keep pushing forward and keep pushing the envelope and making things happen. And that's one aspect of the strategic plan, and the Benton Harbor Education Foundation will help you get to where you want to go and reach those goals and surpass those and continue to do great things in the community. And you do some acting as well, right? Is that what I've seen?
I do volunteer my time to the arts. I know this past summer 2021, I acted 8 plays, 8 shows of the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and I played the late Sidney Poitier as Dr. John Prentice. That was a phenomenal experience, man. And I'm also had the opportunity, I think you served with the Southwest Michigan Symphony Orchestra while we're at the Twas the Night Before Christmas. So that was pretty cool. I like to volunteer my time to the arts in the community and kind of lead by example.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and I sang in the chorus in the back
Yeah.
there, so that was a lot of fun to be a part of, and it's just really great to see all the great things happening in Benton Harbor, and looking forward to many more great things to come. But like you said, it takes hard work and dedication to continue and get to that goal, right?
It absolutely does, man. And this is a beautiful community, man. A lot of Tiger pride, man. A lot of people, even in the surrounding communities, that really, really love Benton Harbor. Even right now during the water crisis, Benton Harbor High School served as a central water distribution center for the community. During the time when the pandemic was at its highest, Benton Harbor High School served as a major hub to get tested for the coronavirus, man. So we're always on the front lines when it comes to service in the community. And we're going to continue to not only serve the community, but our students and parents alike.
Dr. Andrae, tell me again where I can find more information about, first off, information about what you guys are up to, and things that we can get involved with Benton Harbor Area Schools.
Absolutely. If you're on Facebook, I hope you are follow Benton Harbor Area Schools Facebook page, follow the Benton Harbor Education Foundation Facebook page. And if you're on Twitter, follow Dr. Andrae Townsel at Draytown, at DRAETOWN. And I'm also on LinkedIn at Dr. Andrae Townsel. All I do is promote everything Benton Harbor Area Schools.
Wonderful. Well, looking forward to more great things from you and everybody over at the Benton Harbor Education Fund, as well as Benton Harbor Area Schools. But Dr. Andrae Townsel, thank you so much for spending a little time to tell me about it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share.